Okay, so here's a quick explanation of the basics of calling a foul as a NFHS official using WOA mechanics. First thing you want to do is you want to blow your whistle. That's the key. Blow your whistle loud and proud so everybody can hear it. Get your fist up in the air, up high above your head, and hold it as long as needed. And you're going to want to verbally indicate the color of the player that committed the foul. And then right after that, you visually indicate the nature of the type of foul committed, and then tell everybody the consequence of what's going to happen. So it's color, number, foul, consequence. Color, number, foul, consequence. For example, let's say there's a blocking foul on white 22. Okay, you're going to go tweet, tweet, or one tweet, tweet, hand up in the air, and you say white foul. Then you don't need to say anything else. You're going to indicate the type of foul. So you're going to give the blocking signal, and then you're going to point to where the restart is, or how many free throws are going to be shot, or how many tries are going to be attempted, right, for the free throws. And then your partners know exactly what's going on. You then walk around all the players, keep them all boxed in, go to the reporting area, which is that part between the two 3-point arcs, and about that whole middle third of the court, about half the court really. Um, really, the between the two 10-foot attack lines on a volleyball court is what it winds up being. But basically, the middle section of the court is where you want to be. You don't want to get too close to the table either, because if you get too close, you might as well just write it in the book for them. But get far enough away, stay far enough away to where both coaches, both teams and benches can see you, and the table can clearly see what the signal is. When you get to the table, you verbalize the first two things. You're going to hold up you're going to say the color of the player that fouled, and then, or that committed the foul, and then you're going to hold up two hands to indicate the number. You only need one number if it's single digits, but if it's white 22 that committed a block, you're going to get up to the table. You're going to hold up the both twos on both hands, right? White 22, and then you don't say anything, but you indicate the type of foul. So you've got your hands on your hips for the blocking signal, and then you're going to tell them the consequence as well, either by pointing to the direction of where it's going to go or where the ball is going to be inbounded, or you're going to indicate the number of free throws or whatever the consequence may be. And something that's helpful is if you're a non-calling official, you want to, of course, maintain the field of view so you can see the whole court, see the whole game, observe the players, ignore the loose ball, of course, until the official is finished reporting, right? They're not going to call in subs. You don't want to call in subs while your partner is reporting the foul and so on. You want to communicate verbally to the calling official if the ball went in. So oftentimes you're crossing paths with your partner, and they're looking down low, especially on a blocking foul. They may not even have seen if the ball went in, and they're so focused on the call and making sure that no fights break out that they don't know if the ball went in. So it's a good thing just to mention, probably about 80-90% of the time, maybe 95% of the time, your partner's gonna know that the ball went in. But it helps if you say, ball went in, partner, ball went in if you need it. Just as you're walking by, and say it loud so everybody knows that it's that and there's no confusion, right? Then it's also good to, especially on free throws, hold up, all three officials should hold up the number of free throws we're about to attempt. Just in case there's a disagreement, you can get together real quick and figure out exactly what needs to happen and why. So hopefully this helps. After it's properly reported, by the way, you want to secure the ball, move into proper positions as quickly as possible. You can shave off 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes of a game just by being efficient in these areas.